serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
This Skycam view will look a little different later tonight. While there's not a lot happening right now around the area, the weather is changing. That means rain turning to snow, a gusty wind, and more. Let's head over to the Storm Team Center to get the very latest. Robert?
Yeah, some calm conditions before that snow and rain rolls in later on tonight. Right now, temperature-wise, upper 30s into the mid-40s, 44 here in Fargo, 45 down in the Wahpeton, Breckenridge area, as well as in Fergus Falls, 39 in Langdon and Devil's Lake. Winds, they're going to be a factor not only as we head through this evening, but tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, those winds will continue out of the north and northeast, 15 to 25 miles per hour with some stronger gusts. Tomorrow, even stronger with gusts approaching 40 miles per hour. A lot of cloud cover. Precipitation still well off towards the south, but it's moving from south to north, and that extends all the way down into parts of Nebraska, western Nebraska, seeing some accumulating snow at this hour. In the warm sector, tornado warnings in parts of Iowa and Wisconsin. Here in Fargo, as we head through this evening, that rain starts to develop once again. Temperatures into the low 40s at 7, right around 40 at the 8 and 9 o'clock hour. Some rainy and breezy conditions. Temperature steady to slowly falling. Late tonight towards tomorrow morning, that rain switches over to snow. Winter weather advisory in effect for much of the region. Widespread accumulating snow. How much snow are we talking about? We'll let you know, and what the timetable is on that snow as we head through the day on your Wednesday. And how long does it stick around? We'll answer all those questions in just a few minutes.
All right. Thanks, Robert. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so that you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. All you need to do is search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. As we all start prepping our vehicles for winter, maybe adding a winter survival kit and snow tires, some road construction workers are doing some juggling of their own. They're balancing the road projects that need to be finished with the need to get ready for the snow. Valley News Team's Bailey Hurley explains.
Snow season, you got a lot of, it's a gamble either way, I guess. You put a lot of energy and a lot of time into something that might or might not happen.
Prepping for tonight's snowfall has snow movers like Travis Blair a little stressed out for it only being early October.
It starts right now, the day before. You get your machines ready, things fueled up. You got to get snow buckets on them, get snow blowers going. You know, you convert a lot of your equipment from summer use to winter use, and you virtually have to do it over an afternoon and be ready for one of these flyby snowstorms.
With another gig as an excavator, Blair says the recent dreary days and upcoming forecast have put a hold on his outside projects.
You know, it's good at the same time, at least we're getting snow, but it's really an inconvenience if it's too soon, you know, before your summer stuff is nipped up. It can be a headache.
Saying the other construction sites in the valley are facing the same problems, playing the waiting game.
You know, when that snow melts, you're probably going to be 3 more days to dry it up. You just can't push dirt around when it's soaking wet.
Blair says although he's got a short staff, they're ready for whatever Mother Nature has in store tonight.
You just go with the madness the best you can and try to get the job done as safe as you can.
In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
And again, we'll have the latest on the conditions tonight on Valley News Live, as well as tomorrow morning on the Valley Today. Authorities in Grand Forks are investigating after a dead body was found shortly after 10 this morning. The body was found along 720 North Washington Street. Police say they will identify the person after family members are notified. If you have any information, call Grand Forks Police at 787-8000. An ATV driver is dead after a 2-vehicle crash. The Minnesota State Patrol says the ATV driver did not yield at an intersection in Norman County yesterday and was hit by a pickup. The victim is a 74-year-old man from Twin Valley, Minnesota. More information is expected to be released later. A state representative in North Dakota's Stutsman County was arrested for driving under the influence. Craig Headland was pulled over on I-94 just before midnight Saturday by the North Dakota Highway Patrol. He refused a field chemical test and was arrested. His initial court appearance is set for November 7th. Headland has served as a state representative for District 29 since 2003. He is seeking re-election. 2 people narrowly escaped serious injury after a head-on crash, and authorities say alcohol may have played a role. The State Patrol says a pickup driver swerved onto the shoulder of Highway 210 near Pillager, west of Brainerd, Monday. The driver overcorrected, crossed the center line into oncoming traffic, then hit an SUV head-on. Both drivers were taken to a hospital. Charges of impaired driving are pending against the driver of the pickup. Congressman Keith Ellison was in Moorhead today as part of his campaign for Minnesota Attorney General, discussing how to ensure the state's elections are fair and accessible to all. Ellison discussed several topics in his roundtable session with local college students and other community members.
So we ask people to exercise their right to vote. I believe that the fight for the right to vote is something that we have to renew every single election. And I was very, very active in defeating the photo ID constitutional amendment in 2012 because I thought it was an unnecessary impediment and barrier to the vote.
Ellison says as Attorney General, he wants to work with the Minnesota Secretary of State and local governments to fairly enforce state and federal voting laws, wanting to make sure everyone who is eligible to vote in Minnesota is able to do so. We all know the holiday season is a busy time of year, and people are already looking to hire help to fill that need. Valley News Team's Maddie Jelsa spoke with a few businesses that are looking for holiday seasonal help.
Walking around the West Acres Mall, you see a lot of signs on tenants' windows saying help wanted or now hiring. And that's because holidays are just around the corner.
The majority, if not all of our tenants, will be looking to enhance their staff.
And one of those tenants looking for more help is Cool Bird Creamery.
We definitely need people to fill the shifts so we can meet the demand.
Lee Back says shopping season is in full gear, and an employee with a staffing company agrees, saying winter is a busy time of the year, especially filling people's vacation time.
There's also medical leave, maternity leave. So we offer all of those types of opportunities for people.
Getty says wages vary from job to job and on how much experience someone has. She also says seasonal work can increase income and build people's resumes.
If you have a gap in employment, sometimes it's harder to find that long-term work. And so by doing seasonal work or temporary work, it can fill that gap.
Getty says laborer work is what's needed the most. Reporting in Fargo, Maddie Jalseth, Valley News Live.
For more information on where you can work at West Acres or at Preference Employment Solutions, you can go to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story. The 9th annual Roars and Keller Williams Chili Feed is one of the largest chili feeds in the community, and they did serve over 750 people this afternoon. Those who attended got to sample 50 different chilies this year and indulge in some dessert too. The two companies host the feed to raise money for one local organization that continually benefits the community.
All the dollars raised go directly to the United Way of Cass and Clay counties, and we just really want to be able to impact the community and get money to where it needs it most.
This year, organizers had a goal of raising $46,000 for United Way. They surpassed that goal by $67. Over the past 8 years, the chili feed has raised nearly $170,000. The Lamoureux twins were in town today, making an appearance at the BlueCross BlueShield Worksite Summit. Jocelyn Lamoureux Davidson and Monique Lamoureux Mirando kicked off the event this morning by sharing their stories and experiences of bringing the sporting world and everyday work life together. The Worksite Summit touched on not only physical wellness, but mental health too, making sure that companies are creating a work environment for employers to reach their full potential, something both Jocelyn and Monique agree is important.
If you want people to perform their best and be at their best on a day-to-day, it's important that everyone's taking care of themselves and being their best as individuals. And I think that's when the tide lifts an entire group or an entire team, is when people are performing at their best.
Best-selling author Laura Putnam was the keynote speaker at the event, talking about her book, Workplace Wellness That Works.